guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am here today to talk to you guys about setting up a new planner system. So if you're familiar with my channel, I have been using a B6 Stalogy as my everyday carry. That is this right here. It is a notebook. So it's not a ring binder, it's none of that. It's more like a traveler's notebook, but not traveler's notebook, I guess. So it's B6 sized. And again, if you're familiar with the videos that I've been doing, I've been telling a lot of my followers or my subscribers that I am venturing out to a new size. So in the past, I've used ring planners, but there's just been something about the size of them that has not worked for me. So I am venturing to a new size of personal wide. So I will let you guys know I have used Pocket in the past. I have used Personal in the past. I've even used A5 in the past. So I'm gonna kind of go through like what my mindset is when I'm looking for a new planner system to see if that helps you guys with yours. So the first thing that I ask myself is, what size am I looking for? So when I was in Pocket, even using Pocket Plus size inserts, this was just not enough space for me. There was just no way. I had a very tough time writing in such a small space, and I felt like I just didn't have room for everything that I wanted to. Move up to personal size. Height, perfect. It's great, but I found myself just always running off the edge. And the other thing that really got to me was when being right-handed and you're using inserts on the left side, you run into the rings right about midpoint. So then getting the rest of that is it just wasn't right. And then when I used A5, I felt like I had too much space. Like there was so much, I didn't know what to fill it with. So that's what you guys have to ask yourself. What am I looking for? Does my current setup work for me? Do I need more space? Do I need less space? So that's kind of what you need to first ask yourself before you dive into anything. Now, after you've picked your size, okay, so I have picked my size and I have determined personal wide is where I want to go. So unfortunately, I don't have my planner yet to show you because I did finally order that VDS custom. I finally hit my goal of purchasing it because I did not want to put it on the credit card. So I definitely saved up with doing my Uber deliveries and any extras for my paycheck that I wasn't expecting. I put those all aside. So I did order that. Unfortunately, I don't have a planner to show you guys, but we're still going to kind of go with that. So the next part is you need to ask yourself, what do you want to house in your planner? Do you want it to just be financial planner, which I did use a Pocket for financial planning for a good while. Do you want to use it just for work? So maybe if you have a sticker shop or you're very well into your YouTube channel, you need a specific planner just for that to get all your content together. Maybe that's the route that you want to take for it. So for me, this is actually going to be a everything type of planner because I do want to make this my everyday carry. Now, I'll figure out if I want to lug it in my purse with me every single day, but I know that when I do start going back to work, which if you heard in my county, which is Broward County, which is South Florida, we are starting the school year distance learning, which means I'm not technically going to be in a classroom with my students. I do not know if they want me going to the campus or not to be conducting my online learning, or if we're going to do it the way we finished out last year where it was strictly from home. So when I get that news, I'll figure out if this is really going to be coming with me everywhere or if it'll just be at home with me. So you have to figure out exactly what type of sections you plan on having, and in that case, what type of subsections. So I know that when I started thinking about it, I know I needed a schedule section. So that meant a yearly overview, monthly, weekly, daily. I know that I wanted to house any personal information. So that meant any personal projects I had going on for me, any information about my health, like my workout tracker and my personal trackers of sleep, health related items. I know I needed to add in a inbox. I know I needed a specific section for everything that I need on a daily basis. I also know that I wanted to add in home projects. I wanted to add in a small section of YouTube or my work area. I know I needed those sections included in here. So I figured out my sections and I figured out some subsections. So if you see here, these are the sections that I stuck with. So it's kind of hard to see because these hollow clear tabs that I got from the Style Planner, they're kind of a little light, but I will let you guys know. So my first one is my to-do section. So these are my actual real like big sections. So my to-do section is gonna be like my inbox. It has a grocery guide in it. It has anything that I need to add to my planner. I have my next one, which is my schedule section. So again, this is gonna be my yearly overview, monthly, weekly, and daily. I then have my personal section. So that houses any personal projects I have for myself, my personal trackers, travel information, anything for Sid, all that stuff. Then is my home section. So again, that houses my home projects, anything that I need going on for the home. So that also includes my little bit of finance. Because if you do follow my videos, I do have a financial workbook that I've made myself and that I do offer in my Etsy shop. So a lot of that information sticks there, but I definitely wanted to have one where I kept track of my bills, what's in, what's due, what's coming up, anything like that, just to have on hand with me. And then my last section is my work section. So that's going to have any projects that I have for YouTube, any new Etsy shop items that I want to add, anything there, and like my YouTube actual trackers. So I went ahead with those, and when I go through here, I'll be able to show you what my actual subsections are. So now, once you've developed your sections, you know what you want in there, now it's to go on the hunt for your inserts. So my suggestion is when you're looking for inserts, don't stick to just one shop. I urge you, do not stick to one shop, because that shop may not have an insert that you need. Maybe you need a child information. I love Peanuts Planner Co., and I only could find their doctor visits one. There wasn't one specifically for child information. So I found SM Plans, where she has her own, and I actually have an extra one here to show you. So that is like this. It has everything that I would need to write here, and then I can use this as she gets older, as her doctor changes, as her teacher changes her grade level. So I know that I can diversify with my shops. So now you need to get your inserts together. Make sure you know the order that you want your dividers to be in. So the way that I showed you my dividers is the order that they're going in. So I know that I need to find something for each and every one of these tabs. So first off, I know I needed an inbox, so I know I needed that. I know I needed grocery lists. I know I got this one here from Peanuts Planner Co. as well. And then an add to planner list. So this actual checklist I used for many different instances in my planner, but I went ahead and just labeled them exactly what they were. So I'll kind of show you the different inserts that I have in here. And these again are inserts that are pertaining just to me, because this is what I know I need in my planner. So I have my yearly overview that I would put any future plans that I need. I have a school calendar and different keys for that. Then I have a monthly calendar. I have a weekly calendar. All this stuff here. I have a daily. So you see these are different. So this here is Peanuts Planner Co. They're weekly. This daily is SM Plans Daily. I just love the look of different inserts and the fact that the colors change in SM Plans. So she has like grayed ones and pink ones. So again, all of these, I have different notes pages, I have different trackers, all that stuff here. It's because I sat down and listed out, okay, what do I want in my planner? What do I need in my planner? What do I know I need to continue working on? All of that stuff is all questions that I ask myself. And there's different notes that I have everywhere in my Stalogy right now of things that I wanted to include, where I wanted to include it. And I'll show you guys kind of what my brain dump of that looks like. Let me just find that page real quick. All right, so here, this was my setup. So I know I wanted to have pinks and neutrals, which I have a lot of that in there. I set up what I wanted in the beginning. I know I needed a divider. Then here's everything that would go in that to-do divider. And then the next, and next. So a lot of that is all pre-planned in my head before I even start doing any kind of printing. Because first I need to know, what do I need? Can I find one that's better from a different shop? And I'll give you an instance. So Peanuts Planner Co. in her Facebook group gives so many different freebies, and they're all amazing. So what I did is I started saving all of those freebies to a folder on my desktop. Every time I saw a new freebie, I added it in. So she has a to-do, or she has a daily, and I want to say that I have it in here. So she has a daily, and just give me a second to kind of find that it works, but it just wasn't working for me. Even though it's very similar to the SM Plans ones that I have, it just was a little bit different. And of course I don't have any in here. All right. So those were listed as today, and they had the 2 sections, but I don't know, it's just maybe a personal preference. So that was a freebie. So before I actually printed it, I started looking at other shops, and I found the one from SM Plans, which I did have to purchase, but because I felt that was more the look I was going for, I went for that. So you just have to kind of keep looking around for those things. Now, after you've done all of that, that's where you can start throwing in your extra personality. So for instance, this journaling card. This was a journaling card, and I kind of did a double-sided tape on it to a scrapbook page from Honeybee Shop. This is my front dash. This is exactly what I want to see when I open up my planner. But again, that's personal to me. I have different vellums and acetates. These are like subsectioned or sectioned dashboards from SM Plans, and I printed them on vellum. So again, it's all about personality and what you want to add in, all these different types of things. Like I am doing different sizes. This is actually a personal size dashboard. Definitely not the size here, but hey, it's fine. It houses what I need it to house. Different things here. I love how this just layers on it. It's all about adding in your own personality when you're setting up your own planner. So this here, and I'll tell you, this was actually a Salty Katie Co. cover for my B6 Stalogy. It had ripped, and I couldn't use it anymore to cover my Stalogy, so I kind of put it aside. And I'm glad I did, because it came to the point where I was looking for things to add into my personal wide setup, and hey, it was bigger, so I had to cut it down to size. I punched it here, and now it's its own pocket. So it's here, I can see the stickers that are in here and all this deco in the back, and this was just something I didn't throw away, and I'm glad I didn't. This, if you saw one of my videos earlier, I made this. It is a vellum pocket. And again, it's just about throwing in your own personality that you want. So different acetates and vellums, scrapbook papers, dashboards that you've made, Post-it cards, anything along those lines, make it yourself. And then this was another pocket that I made. Like here. These are obviously not inserts. This is from an actual like notepad. Cut it down to size, punched it, and there you go. So, again, before you guys start getting into a different size, make sure that that's gonna work for you. I suggest what I did. So before I decided on getting a personal wide, I printed out a couple inserts. I used them on a day-to-day basis, so I used a weekly layout. And I loved the way that the size was. Even though I didn't have a planner to throw it into or a ring planner to throw it into, it's fine. I was able to look at it, write in it. I even decorated some, and I knew I wasn't gonna keep any of these, but I needed to know that my resources would work there. So I did all that, and I love the size, and I'm honestly loving to be able to go back to rings because I do miss it a lot. I do miss being able to just flip to a random section, find what I need, take it out, do whatever I need to do, and go from there. But yeah, so that is what I suggest you do when you're setting up a new planner. So if there's anything that you do different, please go ahead and throw those in the comments down below. I would love to keep that in my next, if I ever decide that I need a change, I would love to make that a new question that I ask myself or a new process that I do. So please go ahead and put that down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the bottom and hit the notification bell to be notified for my next video. Bye guys.